Hey y'all, I'm Kimberly Warner, mama of two, lover of shoes, and serial entrepreneur. I've dedicated my life to helping women succeed in business by just being themselves. But the path isn't always easy. I was targeted for having an authentic opinion on something that happened to my town, to my businesses. I was attacked for publicly speaking my beliefs, and then I was reduced to a cliche. Aggressively blonde, too dumb to know what I'm talking about. This is why your husband left you. After these attacks, I spent 9 days in bed, debilitated by fear, until I pulled myself up by my big girl pants and chose to lean into my fear and not be silenced by it. This podcast is for everyone who has experienced fear or regret. You will learn how others like me have risen from the ashes and are better for it. Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Fearlessly Authentique. I'm your host, Kimberly Warner, and today's episode is a two-parter, and it's all me. I know you're cheering in the background. Woohoo, yay, all Kimberly. But this is more of a holiday episode. Since we're coming into Christmas, we're only a few weeks out, actually. I want to talk about a couple of things. First, I want to acknowledge that I asked a few questions a few episodes ago via our Facebook page, fearlesslyauthentique.com. And I got some really great answers, and I wanted to share them on the air, mostly because if I'm having these same questions, other people out there probably are too. That's one thing I've learned over the years in training and teaching is that nobody has a single question that nobody else has ever wondered. And one of the questions I had asked a few episodes ago when I was talking about this is my first holiday season as an officially single mom, and if there were any single parents out there that had advice on how to survive the holidays. And I got some really great answers from some really great people, and I just wanted to share their answers on the air. So Jennifer A., she had an awesome response. She said, grace, grace, grace. It's clunky. Make new traditions and just be. Time together is priceless. Let go of expectations. Easier said than done, but good to remember. I love this piece of advice because it did feel kind of clunky. And making new traditions is something I definitely want to do with my kids. As I'm sitting here actually in my living room recording today, my studio is halfway done. I'm looking at the stockings that are hung up, and they say Jack, Mom, and Madeline. Jack, Lloyd, Mom, and Madeline. And it's so weird for me to see these same stockings that I had at my house prior to this and not have the dad stocking. So, making new traditions and doing something new is what I'm trying to do with my kids now. In fact, we have something special planned for Saturday that I've never done before. So I'm hoping that I can be successful at that. So thank you, Jennifer A., who actually is a dear friend of mine and has known me since I was like 16 years old. She's been through the same thing, and I know that her advice is solid. So I'm definitely going to work on that. Gina C., one drink at a time. You are my kind of girl, Gina. I love it. She said, board games, cards, things that interest them. It's important to step back and enjoy the time you have with the people over the stuff. And you can't get bent out of shape because you made cinnamon rolls instead of stuffed French toast. Take lots of pictures because those stinkers grow before your eyes, and those times never come back. Also, great advice, and how funny because it's so true that time spent right now is so much more important to me. Like if I can get Jack Lloyd to spend a few minutes with me off of his video game, watching a movie or playing a card game or something like that, it's like it makes me feel so happy. So I love that advice, Gina. Thank you. Again, any single parents out there, if you have any additional advice, you can always post on fearlesslyauthentique.com. But another great answer here, how to survive the holidays as a single parent. Tina M. I stick to our traditions we have each year. I am a single mom of two teenagers, and so I know how hard it is, especially when you have to share the holidays and are left alone for parts of them. That is so true, Tina. That was the hardest part for me is like, okay, so I got to be with them Thanksgiving, but then I won't get to see them on Christmas Eve. And normally that would be the night that would be the most exciting, and we'd have like a nice dinner, and they'd get to open one gift, from my husband and I, and then they would go to sleep, and he and I would finish wrapping gifts. Like it's just going to be a really weird Christmas Eve this year. But then she goes on to say that we have two traditions that we do and have done since my kids were little. buy Christmas pajamas and a special keepsake ornament from Hallmark. They look forward to that every year. It's the things you do together that you make new memories as a little family of 3. I also learned that even if I don't have my kids on Christmas Eve, I make the night self-care night. Oh, well, there you go. That's a good idea. Make my favorite meal that my kids don't usually eat. That's a big one. Watch movies, drink wine, and enjoy your own company. Take care of yourself. Be gentle. Remind yourself you will be okay. And strong is the new pretty. Wow, well, I didn't expect to cry reading Tina's response to my question, but that is super powerful, and it is so hard for me right now to take care of myself and be gentle and remind myself that I'm worth it, and that I'm worth, spending time on and taking care of, because I'm so used to caring for other people, my staff, my direct selling team, my own kids, my family, my friends, that I forget that. So, that was an awesome suggestion. So thank you for that. So another question I asked after that same podcast was, after a crazy year, what are you grateful for this holiday season? And sometimes it's so hard to stop in the midst of being so busy and making sure the store window looks perfect and that I have enough merchandise and that I don't run out and that customers are happy and that, all the gifts are being wrapped perfectly and then my staff is loving their job and not getting worn out and my house is clean and there's just so many things that I'm constantly doing that I forget to stop and be grateful. And so Sherry M. said, after the deaths of her father-in-law in January and her mother-in-law a month later, going to Florida before COVID hit, and watching Orlando go from a busy place to near ghost town, coming home then to purchase a home and sell the old one, trips canceled, visitors canceled, saying goodbye to many friends due to COVID, 2020 is a year to go down in the memory books. Sherry, for sure. Well said. With all that being said, I truly believe God is in control. He never promised life without pain, hardship, or sadness, but he did promise to carry us through all the bad stuff. I know who holds tomorrow because he holds my hand. I love this, Sherry, because truly being grateful and being, reminding yourself that it is not in our control, that it is up to him to help us navigate through these waters. It makes me feel like someone's on my side. And I know Sherry, and she is always praying for me, and she's also one of my dearest friends. And so I'm always grateful for responses like this to remind me, I'm grateful for responses like this. I'm grateful for people like Sherry in my life. So truly, this holiday season, what I'm most grateful for are the people that surround me, my amazing staff, my managers, and friends like Sherry, and others that are from my direct selling team that after 10 years still hold me tight and love me dear. And that's what I'm most grateful for this year. I hate to admit this, but as a grown woman, I do not know how to swim. Now, if there had been a place like Swimtastic Swim Labs of Kenosha around when I was a kid, maybe I would have conquered my fear of swimming. Fellow female business owner Katie Brothen of Pleasant Prairie was motivated to pursue her passion after her own experiences with her own 4 daughters. Finding swim lessons with the right curriculum along with the right schedule is not an easy task. She grew up swimming, so she knows how important of a life skill it is and that it is. What are you going to do with your kids this holiday season? Maybe you haven't gotten a break from them because they've been homeschooling this whole time. Maybe they haven't gotten a break from you. Keep kids active over the Christmas break. Bring them over to Swimtastic Swim Labs Kenosha at 6940 Green Bay Road. They have Christmas break swim jams available to keep kids active with an accelerated 4-day program. It's like 2 months of regular lessons in just 4 hours. They have gift cards available, perfect for the holiday season, especially if you have those nieces or nephews or cousins. They're in that age group of 6 months to 12 years old, which is Katie's specialty. And you don't know what to get them? What about a gift card? Keep them active. They've got some really cool technology also over at Swimtastic. Kids can actually swim and it gets recorded in a video, and then they get to compare their strokes to professional swimmers. How cool is that? They can see how they're doing in comparison to like Olympic swimmers. They have flexible scheduling and a 90-degree warm water pool. Sounds amazing, especially for a Wisconsin winter. They do small groups of about 4 kids. They do semi-privates, that would be 2 kids, and private lessons available as well. Super clean and safe facility, and it's brand new. Check out another female business owner, Katie Brothen's Swimtastic Swim Labs of Kenosha. You can locate them at 6940 Green Bay Road in Kenosha. You can contact them at 262-201-0500 or find them on the web at swimlabs.com/Kenosha. Okay, so it is the holiday season, and gift giving is my love language. So I'm going to give y'all a few tips on maybe how to get those last-minute gifts for people you don't know very well, or maybe people you know really well and you're just a big procrastinator, or a gift for anyone at any time of the year. I kind of call it my 1, 2, 3s of giving the best gift for any person at any time of the year, besides just a gift card or money or something like that. First of all, it's really great to think about the person that you're going to gift and wonder about their love language. Depending on how well you know them, you may know that they love experiences like going skiing or traveling or trying new restaurants. If they're that kind of a person, you definitely want to focus on experiences for them. But if you're just wanting to give a classic gift, something that you can put in a box and wrap, I have 3 great suggestions for you to find information, I would say, about this person to lead you to giving them a gift that they will be wowed by. This is tried and true. Listen to me, I can't even talk. It's because I'm not drinking wine yet. It's only 11:45 a.m. Shocking, right? This is tried and true, and it works every time. So step number 1. Try to think about some of the daily activities that your gift-giving person likes to do. So, for example, we're going to use a person. Let's use a person named Caitlin. And think about what Caitlin does during the day. What is her job? Caitlin is a teacher in this particular situation. Think about, does she have a dog? Does she have a cat? Does she have a fish? Does she hate animals? And in this example, Caitlin has a new dog, a puppy. Then think about some of the things that they like to do. Are they boaters? Are they skiers? Are there things that they really are avid at that they love to do? They go camping a lot. They have a pop-up camper, something like that. In this example, Caitlin has a boat and loves to go on Lake Michigan and boat around in the summer. Maybe these people or this person has a mobile home and they love to camp and travel, cross country. Those sorts of things you want to think about in their daily activities. Sometimes, kind of like me, people don't like to go boating or skiing or camping or all of the above. And you'd have to think about what I do daily. And I love fashion. I love makeup. So even people who don't like to do a lot of the outdoorsy or activity things, they're not very adventurous. They're not runners. They're not hikers. You can still think about them as a person and what they do every day. Do they put makeup on every day? Are they kind of into shoes and fancy and that sort of thing? So let's think about it. If you had someone who is a teacher, there are always like funny mugs and dish towels, tea towels, things like that, and we carry them at Authentique, that have great sayings for teachers. Also think about all the things that they have to do during the day. They definitely need caffeine. So giving them even like a 6-pack of those cold Starbucks espresso drinks or something with a mug with a funny saying. It doesn't have to be a gift card where they have to actually go get it themselves. It can be something as simple as getting it from the grocery store. Perhaps they do have a dog, like Caitlin in our example. I always find, we don't have any Authentique right now, but I do always find these super cute doormats. Some of them will say, dogs welcome, cats not. Funny things like that. Welcome to a dog home. Pillows that say, dogs welcome. Anything like that for a dog lover, you're going to definitely hit the jackpot. Let's say in this example, like Caitlin, she's got a boat. Any sort of gear for the boat, even though it's wintertime, you can still get them excited about when they're going to be able to get their boat out. Get some of that melamine, it's kind of like plastic wine glasses with appetizer plates, and then maybe like a membership to a Cheese of the Month club or something. So every month for the 3 or 4 summer months, they'll get some cheese from you, and then when they bring out the melamine matching little plates and cups and napkins that you got them, they will think of you. And then, of course, if they're like me into fashion, find something that kind of relates to that. So, for example, if people know I'm into fashion, they know I wear necklaces. At Authentique, we carry some very unique necklaces that are vintage Louis Vuitton locks and vintage Chanel buttons and Dior buttons and Yves Saint Laurent buttons. And anyone who can pronounce Yves Saint Laurent definitely is into fashion, just saying. But these are not on our website, but you can definitely message us if you'd like to see some of them. But not trying to entirely plug the store, but a little bit, because it is the last 2 weeks before Christmas. So if you're still out of ideas, something unique is always going to be the winner. Unique and different, something they've never seen before. And these are all one-of-a-kind necklaces. So someone like me would absolutely love that. Now, you always have to keep your budget in mind, and there's always something for everyone in different price points, certainly at my store at Authentique. And I know at Lulu Birds, which is around the corner from us here in Kenosha, they also have lots of things to give that are unique and different in all the price points. ToandFrom gifts around the other corner, they are the same. So we are a family downtown Kenosha, and certainly you can find something for anyone in any price point. So that's number one. Think about their daily activities, their job, so on and so forth. Number two, think about the seasons. If you think about fall, spring, summer, and winter, and what this person does in those seasons, or if they like or hate any of the seasons, it could give you some great ideas. For example, in fall, Caitlin, our example in this particular story, loves the fall. It is her absolute favorite season of the year, and she also loves Halloween. She is the person that decorates her entire house, everything Halloween. Maybe you could even cross Caitlin off your list early on in the year when Halloween stuff goes on sale and give it to her as a Christmas gift. So she has brand new Halloween stuff to put out for the following year, and she will be thinking of you when she does so. Plus, you're getting a great deal because you're getting it on sale. But anyone who loves the fall season is going to love a big cozy sweater. They're going to love maybe a new crossbody purse that's made with thicker fabrics, anything that's like corduroy or, tapestry, thick fabrics. All of that stuff lends you to think of fall. And if that's their favorite season, those are some great suggestions for that person. Me, for example, my favorite season is summer. Now, maybe people like to go biking in the summer. I do like to go biking. Perhaps there are some accessories that you could give someone, not necessarily for their bike, but sometimes at Authentique, we'll get these really cute little bike plates, like they're little appetizer plates with bikes on them or napkins with bikes on them. Anything, sometimes you'll see sweatshirts or t-shirts or pillows, and people who in the summer also, if they live on the lake and they love the lake, you'll see like lake girl t-shirts, or even my friend Sheila has she has a tequila that is just coming out, and also a Bloody Mary already put together, which is amazing and handmade by her. But her company is called Third Avenue Beverages, but the brand of the bottles and the brand on the bottles says Lake House. So what a perfect gift for someone who lives on the lake or has a lake house or just genuinely loves the lake. A bottle of their favorite vodka, tequila, or if they're into Bloody Marys, look soon for the brand Lake House in Authentique Gifts and other alcohol distributors near you. So summer's easy if you think about the things that someone who loves summer loves to do. Obviously, in the spring, maybe they love to garden. I always love to give people maybe like a new pot, a real pretty one, painted pot of some sort, and then seeds or a plant that they can put into that pot. That's always a fun thing to do. Or just a bunch of different seed packs in general and a bunch of little pots. Maybe they can make their own herb garden. Spring, definitely a fun time to give gifts. And then there is winter, and in winter, it's always holidays. So any sort of thing that has to do with their home, sprucing up their home, holiday, decor, all that stuff is always a hit in the winter if that's their favorite season. Last but not least, my third tip is one of my favorite tips. And basically, you are going to social stalk this person. So hopefully, if you know this person well enough to at least be friends with them on Facebook or follow them on Instagram. But another great way is to go to Pinterest and search your giftee's name and see some of the things on their boards that they post. I know a lot of people do Pinterest. Sometimes people have boards that are like, things I love or things I want for my living room, that sort of thing. You can social stalk this person and get a really good idea, even if you don't know them very well, of some of the things they like and love in only a matter of 10, 15 minutes. One time I went on to one of my friends, Amanda, her Pinterest page, and found out that she had wanted this teal purse. And it wasn't the exact brand, but it was a similar style and it was the same teal color. And she was like, how did you know I wanted a teal purse? This is so amazing. So I didn't want to give away my secret, but now I guess she knows if she listens to the podcast. But so those are some really great ways to get to know someone that you may not know very well and still be able to pull off the perfect gift. So the 1, 2, 3s of giving the best gift for any person at any time of the year. Number 1, think about their daily activities, their job. Do they have a dog? Do they have kids? Do they boat? Do they have a mobile home? Are they into fashion? Number 2, think about the 4 seasons. What do they like to do, or do they like fall, spring, summer, winter? And last but not least, social stalk them. Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, you name it. Unique things are always the way to win with a person. And of course, buying from a small business such as Authentique Gifts in downtown Kenosha is always adored and respected by most people because we really want to keep small businesses alive. So I hope this helps anyone who's struggling with last-minute gift ideas or first-minute gift ideas, because you haven't even started yet, in really getting away from doing the gift cards and the money or things like that, and really just giving someone an amazing gift that is super thoughtful that they are going to love. Finally, candles, of course, always a big hit. And definitely during 2020, this year, candle sales in the United States, they're up 900%. You cannot go wrong with a candle. So many people staying home more. They just want to really experience something in their 4 walls and have it be lovely and the aroma. And it just makes everyone feel better about being home to have a nice candle lit, not only for the ambiance, but also for the aroma. So hope some of those ideas help y'all out, and look forward to talking with all of you on next week's Fearlessly Authentique.
Thank you for listening to Fearlessly Authentique. My mom hopes this episode empowered you to be fearless. Please remember to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Share, rate, and comment, because my mom wants to hear all of your feedback. Contact her directly at fearlessly@fearlesslyauthentique.com. Hosted and executive produced by my mom, Kimberly Warner, produced and mixed by Steve Hawkins, and co-hosted by Eddie Polanzani. Connect with us on social media via fearlesslyauthentique.com. Copyright Fearlessly Authentique 2020.